in the game at Land
Turner
of
is
Dawn.
not petite,
Game
bro.
number 2 here.
Oh.
We're still on your screens.
Turner is
Yep.
not
I was
petite,
gonna say,
bro.
we are
Now
going to
we're
be
here.
jumping in too.
So, game 2.
Turner is the exact opposite
already.
of petite.
Early action as well. But yeah, anything standing out of the ordinary here for you, Kim?
Look at the emblems. Nothing too out of the ordinary here, I would say. The spells, though, you got the Purify from the Brutal. Again, that's going to be crucial, too, especially since RQ has all of these setups, right? You got the Minoan's Rage from... Minoan's Fury, rather, from Brusco. You also got Bananas, I Am Offended. Not to mention the Blazing Duet, too, from the Claude. It's not going to be easy for Stitch, though, but I think if they go the route here of being aggressive early on, which is kind of what they're doing right now here, up against RQ Hoshi.
Oh,
nice damage on a Sasa.
Saksa going to take some damage, but again,
RQ Hoshi still able to get the litho.
Very tanky heroes that don't have a ton of damage right now, so no one going to go down. Still a lot of CC potential, though. Brusco should be fine as well. And one thing that's great about the Minotaur, especially later on when he kind of rushes that flash of the Oasis, it is tough to deal with, but hold on.
Oh, Brusco down.
Could be the one in trouble.
We're going to go for more. Irad taking a lot of damage. Terrify. Not going to be able to get away from this one. Nico able to pick up the kill.
2 kills now for Burmese Ghouls. Exactly what they need here in game 2, Kim.
Yeah, level 4-2 going to be attained here by the Valentina in just a bit. I like how they picked this up too compared to the Aurora that you kind of mentioned, which is also still good. But the Valentina can scale up really well, care of her passive, right? Like she can scale up to level 4 right before a major objective like the Turtle, which is really good, right? You need all of these great ultimates to pick up. Right now, it's all up to Nico whether you want to pick up that Minotaur's ultimate or whether even if you want to go for Octa's ultimate here would be great. Burmese School started out real strong. Now they're looking to take in this first Turtle game, and so far RRQ after that those first 2 pickoffs actually.
Oh, Blink calls it. Blink calls it.
They knew he was there. Brusco once again going to be the focus.
Rad able to get the taunt though.
They want to get the kills.
Octa gets the stun, a lot of damage coming in on a Blink. Blink goes down. Octa able to pick up the kill. Rad though also very low. Dilar here to help out. Sasa picks up the kill on it. Banana, bro, look how low they are. Banana.
Banana trying to get away, but it's Nico.
Still 2 for 2. Still 2 for 2.
But RQ gets on the board.
Octa gets 2 kills.
But now they still might try to stop Burmese Ghouls from getting this turtle if they can.
Bro, we don't want to see a replay. I need to see if Octa's going to go for the turtle. Nope, Sasa able to get it. Sasa gets turtle.
It looks like they do, but this was a great play here from both teams. I mean, a lot of response back and forth. But yeah, the turtle is taken here by Burmese Ghouls.
Yeah, I like the clap back there of RRQ. They kind of like, okay, you know what? Burmese Schools is going full aggressive. They actually went in for the full aggression too. Brusco actually flickered out there. What's really hard here too for the side of Burmese Schools is like the tanky front line. Like we're starting to see the damage coming out from the Nana, which we'll see even more later on. Like 2 kills already for Octa here, which is kind of something that Burmese Schools have to watch out for, especially
Skylar
in
just
these
trying
clashes.
to clear wave here.
Even here on the top side, we have to check the laning phase here of Stitch and Skylar, and so far Skylar has been doing well up against this Bruno as compared to earlier. Like a lot of poke here coming out from both of our marksmen.
Yeah, he's got to be
Skylar in a little bit of trouble here.
I saw Saksa rolling.
A little bit of Rad there as well to help out. Help Skylar get away.
Should be able to protect him. Good rotation.
Octa's rotated up
from RQ. Right now, also, the fact that I don't know if they still want to put the pressure here, but like you mentioned, Octa having those 2 kills early on will help him scale up pretty well. He does just have that magic penetration for currently the arcane boots, but he'll still be working around building up. And it looks like Burmese Ghouls still wants to put the pressure here in the top side. Irad gonna spot Blink out.
Burmese Ghouls not backing
Trying to
off.
get a little bit of extra gold here for Stitch, but ultimately resulting in nothing for now.
Yeah, you see how Burmese Schools also positioned themselves over on the top side, right? Kind of anticipating that RQ Hoshi might actually create some pressure here up against Stitch. As long as he's fine, right? As long as he's able to get in his first 2 items, that should be good. Which is actually pretty much what the Burmese Schools has been doing so far here. 4 minutes in, they've been taking all of the turtles, and not to mention, like I want to point out that Saksa has been getting all of the kills too, which is really good for a Baksha here in the early game. If you think about it, it's not easy, right? To have this Baksha. You got the Nana, you got all of these frontliners, you got the taunt from the Fredrin, so it's not going to be easy to go up against them. But for Burmese Schools, as long as they can keep this up against RRQ, have this early take-ons onto the turtles, winning in all of these clashes, they should be okay. You see Nico actually
Brusco with the knockup, Rad able to take it. Very well done by RQ Hoshi.
Yeah.
Now they don't need a forcer. They're going to back
Delar
off.
still
D-Lar
wants
looking
more,
for the
though. He's
knockout
one to put her
strike.
in.
Going to get
Now
pulled
has
in,
to
taking a lot of damage.
continue to fight.
D-Lar in
Nico
trouble.
jumps in
Can't
as
seem
well,
to
trying to fight
move.
him
The
back.
Appraiser's
The
Wrath
bottom
comes
run.
down, but D-Lar still gets
Appraiser's
away.
Wrath comes
Octa tries to flicker in to get the last hit, but D-Lar
goes in.
able to make it. Oh, Banana!
But Banana goes in.
A monster.
And gets the kill. Still gonna be
Blink
looking
goes
for more.
down
They
as
find
well.
Blink as well. RRQ.
They wanted that,
able to find
boys.
2 kills.
They wanted that.
When really, I mean, Burmese Ghouls, they didn't have to go for that.
Yeah, for the side of Burmese schools, I think RQ Hoshi knew that they're going to be aggressive. They kind of answered after the aggression stage.
Oh!
Man, it's not easy. You got all these 3 heroes.
Bro,
to add
RQ
up to
Hoshi
the
knows when they have
force
their
that they
spike.
have.
They know when
And
they
now
have their moment and they
RQ
can
Hoshi
fight.
right now, a little
They're
bit
playing it
aggressive,
so
going
well.
to the jungle side of the Burmese schools.
Yeah. Okay, Nico.
A lot of
not gonna
damage,
be
the
able to connect on
knock-up.
his own, I'm offended, but Brusco now.
Brusco taking way too much damage. Goes down. D-Lar able to pick up the kill.
As Blink gets the kill. So
Or Blink
still
gets the
a
kill.
lot of back and forth here from both teams. Kim, economically though, it's pretty much even.
There's
Even
no
with all the
guarantee we're
action
going to
here,
game
now
3.
it's the
Because once again,
5-5
RQ
even
Hoshi
across
is
the
winning in
board.
macro. They've gotten both towers on the off
Yeah,
lanes.
the economy's kind of equal.
This is
What you
kind of
gotta
similar.
take
This
a
is very
look at
similar
is,
to
do
last
they have
game,
the map control?
honestly.
How's their gold laner doing? And so far for RRQ, this is what they did in the last game, right? Getting in that map control is so vital for them, even though they didn't really win those early game trades up against Burmese schools. They managed to be able to take in the space. And mind you, this is a clone you're talking about. Blink, gonna try to go in for
Banana.
Oh,
here.
Banana.
Oh,
Banana
he's
down.
actually okay. He is not going to be able to get away. Great setup once again. Spatial migration into the Requiem. Able
clear
to
the
get a
wave,
kill
just
now on
clear
the
the
bottom
wave.
side. They're going to focus here. Putting the pressure still, like you were mentioning, you know, you have to
No
look
spamming,
at
please. Win
who
TV, no
has this
spamming.
kind of advantage, right? And space-wise, yeah, it's RRQ. They've got 2 turrets. Burmese Ghouls, though, they don't care right now. And they're going to be making their way to this next objective, the turtle. If they can secure this one, it'll help them just a little bit deal with this. But right now, look at this. RQ doesn't want to go ahead and just give this away. They want to fight for it and get this positioning. Burmese Ghouls getting the first turret of the game for themselves here on the top side with Delar doing the work. But nothing committing just yet. They're going to back off. Soxa going in with the rest of the team. Nico
Banana
had to get
forced
him
the flicker.
offended himself. Goes in right
Brusco
for
gets
Brusco.
pulled back in. Terrified, taken out from Delar. Delar able to pick up the kill.
1-2 punch gets the kill. And Brusco out of the picture here. Now down a member. Burmese Ghouls for the taking for this turtle. Unless RQ Hoshi can do
Like and sub,
something.
boys.
Yeah, like what Delar did there.
Where
too, is
are we
actually
at on our
recall
journey to
back the
10K?
base after taking in that turret and joining in the side of Burmese schools here kind of adds up to the burst damage that they had. Not only do they get it in the
9.66.
form of like Blink here with the Guinevere, but with Delar actually joining in the fights, it's actually
Bro,
pretty good here
Skylar
for
still hasn't
Burmese
taken a
schools,
death.
but
Octa
Delar
still
also
has not
understands
taken a
that
death.
He kind of needs to
We
take
cannot
back the
count
space
out
that
RQ Hoshi
has
yet,
been
man.
taking, and so far,
Mobile Legends
he's doing
Gossip,
the
what's up?
split push, pretty much what the Burmese schools has been
Little bit of
doing
damage
even
onto Blink
in the
there.
group stage. Here comes the last
Blink trying to
circle,
flicker
though.
back. Skylar possibly
Blink
plays
could be in
duet,
trouble
maybe a
here.
little bit too
Skylar going in
early.
with Blazing Duet.
Goes
Gonna
back,
force him
Arad able to
back.
take the turtle.
Arad able to get the
Sasa,
turtle, though, off of
unable to
it.
do anything major
So they're
there.
happy with it. Delar able to get the next turret down to the bottom side. So trade at cross-map objectives for now. Was that worth it? Is that the good call for Burmese Ghouls here, Kim?
I think it's a point that Burmese schools kind of understands that RQ Hoshi, yeah, okay, they've been taking in.
No spamming, no spamming, no spamming, no spamming.
So Delar,
Sir,
I
aren't
like what
you
he's
kinda
doing,
spam-
and this was
That's
what
a little
he
bit
has
of a
been doing
conundrum there.
even in the group stage, right? Creating the space for Burmese schools, and you really need this, especially in the current meta that everybody really loves.
Next
to go
is
for
AP
team
Bren
fights,
versus
and
Homeboys,
sometimes
yo.
you don't even notice it. You don't really have that space in the map. It's gonna be harder to go for those team fights.
Zan, you
especially,
like the
once
new
these
you like the
turrets
new
are down,
emotes, Zan?
You kind of have to
Oh my
send someone
god,
back
I
in,
hate
so it's
you.
gonna be like -1 when it
Just
comes
because
to
I know
the
you're
team fight.
trolling
So
me, we're just
not
gonna hit you
only
with a
do you
small
have to join in the
timeout.
team fights, you have to
Just
get
a
the map
small one,
control
little 1-minute
too
timeout.
here for the side of Burmese schools, which is
Little
what
1-minute
Delar
timeout, nothing
has
major.
been doing so far here for the side of Burmese schools.
Yep, and with that, right, this the main thing is
He'll be back.
building up enough time
Oh.
for Skylar here. Now,
Knock up onto Skylar. Brusco look for the Nolan's Fury, able to get the knock up again onto Skylar and 2 more members. Wait, the Blazing Duet locks onto several. Blink, force the flicker back, same thing with Stitch. Stitch though, getting chased down from Arad. Skylar gonna come in, Praise's Wrath comes down and Stitch taken out. Double kill onto Burmese Ghouls there. RQ coming up.
Looking for Delar, he's on the run. Into the jungle he goes. Banana gonna stick to him, cancels
Bro, is
him
Banana
out
gonna
from
get the solo
dash,
kill here onto
and
Delar?
still
Banana,
going.
banana,
Might get the
banana.
kill there in the solo,
Keep
but
your eyes on the
also
small
looking
screen.
at the replay
Banana
here.
chasing.
Look at how this unfolded. Not sure he's actually still in the chase
Oh.
there, by the way, on the live cam. But what a setup and what a play here from RQ.
Uh-oh. Here comes the close off.
they're gonna get him.
Claude there, Dilar not gonna be able to get away from this. Look at Brusco with the taunts.
Yep. Well, he was successful though. He was able to take down that second-tier tower there on the bottom side. And if you look at the goal too, like it seems like RRQ Hoshi is managing pretty well up against the Burmese schools here, but it's not that far of a gold lead. It's 1,000, yeah, 1,000 gold lead at least here for the side of RRQ. If they manage to take this Lord, this should be at least a little bit more space for them to take in at least all of the second-tier towers here for Burmese schools. Again, the space for their side, and not to mention, like if you look at Skylar's stats, 203 on this Claude, you saw in that last replay that he was already shredding apart all these tanky front lines that the Burmese schools had with just one Blazing Duet.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, this is where you want to be. 11 minutes in, you're quite beefy on this Claude here for Skylar, and
Brusco has improved. His toss looks clean.
You know, some people might be like, "Oh, Brusco, what are you doing?" But a lot of the times, he's actually able to be a nuisance so much on this Minotaur that he's able to get a lot of resources out, and then Skylar able to shine later on with the setups. And of course, that's just how it's been so far. But now that they're playing around this Lord here, you can see Delar still putting the pressure on the
Banana
top side.
misses the I'm offended. Gets pulled back from I'm offended from Nico. Irad keeping Sasa at bay. Lord is going to close in onto the tower. Skylar going back to base because Dilar's getting the split push down. Oh, Dilar gets stopped. Stopped from the recall.
Now Delar might be making his way to cut them off here. Concealed play going to be used
Delar
as
should have kept pushing, man.
Spotted out for now. They don't commit. So again, Delar is just trying to find what he can here, Kim.
Now it seems like this was the same case. Like this Paquito seems to be a staple choice here for the Burmese schools, not only for Delar. There was also a time in the group stage that this was the thing that Nico has been doing. And taking a look at the items here so far, it is going to be, wow, Skylar at least leading.
No spamming.
In terms of a gold lead here right now, 9,700 nearing.
You're allowed to support whoever you want, just don't spam, please.
Way far from what Stitch has. 1-2-0 on the Bruno. He's already gotten that Wind of Nature too, just in case he gets picked off here or gets into like a head-to-head here with Delar. Having that Wind of Nature is going to be crucial in the team fights.
It's going to be clutch, right?
It's going to be clutch.
That's what that's going to be. And like I said, when Claude gets to this point, you have these 4 specific items locked in. It's really tough to deal with because you also got to catch him, right? The way that he's going to use that BMI to kind of get out of some of these situations. Octa picking up a Divine Glaive as well. Minotaur Fury with the flicker combination goes through. Look at him getting
a lot of damage on us, Sasa.
There's the knockup though, and he's able to get her out with the BMI. Now Sox is the one to fall into the jungle.
Octa finds it. Nice, I'm offended on Dilar. Dilar unable to get away.
He's got to respect the damage. I'm offended, not going to connect. And they might still
Stitch,
just
bro. Octa's a problem. 305, boys. Nana supremacy. The people just need to accept it, man. They just need to accept it.
38K for the side of RRQ. Then it swooped all the way up to like a 4,000 gold lead right now, just with that one shutdown onto Saxa, which is exactly why RRQ was willing to commit that clash. Like Saxa was right in the middle. Skylar having that insane amount of burst, plus Octa too. So it's not going to be easy for a boxer.
People are going to need to start first picking that Nana, bro.
Actually, if you take a look at the replay, you might
People are
going
to need to start first picking that Nana.
That's
all I'm saying.
No one's fear from Brusco, and at the same time, it really set things up here for both Octa and Skylar to just free hit him. Now, it's going to be the first enhanced Lord of the game. 14 minutes in, RQ Hoshi going to be starting it up.
Let's see, Burmese ghouls, do they actually want to try to pull something off? Soxa could come down to it. Nico holding on to that Ruby ultimate once again. RQ knows what's up. Delar also positioning here. They're going to have to go for it. Praises
Rad takes it.
Able to secure it, though.
Sasa going to go down for trying to take it. Sasa popped the retro too. He popped it too early.
Now Blink in trouble.
Oh, Blink in a lot of trouble.
Here. Flickers on out. Delar couldn't do anything but watch. And Soxa's the one to fall. RQ ready to make the power play.
Oh, I like the attempt there of Soxa to try and steal in with the Lord. Roll in and click that retribution. But I think Burmese schools kind of was trying to go for maybe possibly a split push. Like if you look at that particular moment when Saksa was going to try to go in, like you see Delar and Stitch going to try to make a move on that mid lane, but it's a little bit too late now because
I need food.
Enhanced Lord for the side of RRQ, they can take all of the inhibitors here.
Big
they
pull on Irad.
Irad
gonna go down, immortality pops, will he be able to survive this? Bruce go look for the hill, but the Nolan's Fury gets a knock up. Airborne onto Sasa. Sasa deleted. But wait a second to the back line. Delar causing damage. Brusco gonna go down. It's 1-for-1 currently. Lord still up. Skylar able to pop. The Blazing Duet put some damage on Nico. Nico flickers back. Looks like they're all gonna go for him under the tower. They're gonna chase down Nico, leave the base behind. We want you.
Run out of there, buy some time, some space, but he ultimately dies. And they hold on to a sliver of health on this turret for a little bit longer. Delar trying to keep the minion at bay. Banana jumps in, finds
oh, Delar!
Look at the damage from
but
Delar.
still not enough. Still not enough.
Kill, though. And now RRQ looking to end the game, looking to end the series here. Can they do it? 3 down for Burmese Ghouls. It looks like they're going to take the disciplined route here, Kim, and back off for now.
7:14 a.m. That's what time it is.
There, they could have been punished there by Stitch, who also has almost all the items that a marksman needs, right, in the late game. And by this time, like 16 minutes in mid to late game, everybody has what they need to be able to go up against your opponents. But what RRQ Hoshi has here, as compared to Burmese Ghouls, is the burst damage. You've seen it in the Nana. That was like 2 hits onto Saksa.
Yeah.
He also has the Athena's shield there. So even Dao wasn't able to counter it out. And not to mention, I just noticed his emblem here right now. That additional burn that you get when you pop in your skills from that emblem from Okda. So kind of really hard for the tanky frontline here of Burmese Ghouls. They're going to have to rely on Stitch here. And even
don't know what happened to Daewoo.
Same case from what they had in game number 1. Great solid front line, but no one to kind of answer out to the back line here of RRQ Hoshi, because Delar's busy pushing, right? Delar's busy pushing. There's no one to take down the Nana, no one to take down Skylar.
Maybe the M5-1 run was questionable.
When you're looking at RRQ Hoshi here, Skylar 3-0-7, Octa 4.
Maybe the M5 run was questionable,
It's tough to deal with, like that kind of damage. Because
maybe they got overconfident.
It's kind of,
who knows?
Like, even if you're trying to get them down, you have to work through the passive. You have to work through a BMI and a wind of nature. Like there's so many things to fall through. Not to mention get through that front line, right? The front line, not to mention the peels available with a Ruby or even a Frederick.
Maybe M5 meta was a little better for them.
Most likely going to the hands of
They kept putting Kid Bomba on the Ruby, and it was not good, bro.
But even Saksa just trying to get some of this vision. Yeah. Blink waiting patiently as well. Still,
Kid Bomba's Ruby was sus.
They might
very
try
sus,
to make
bro.
a miracle play.
They changed one player, bro. They changed one player. Carvey. And everyone thinks Carvey was the weak link in
He's
M5.
kind of out of the picture, so now the numbers
all they changed was Carvey, man.
And that's going to be Lord going in their hands. There's nothing Burmese Ghouls could do with that.
And like Carvey was not like the showstopper in M5. So it shouldn't have made that much of a difference.
Like Octa and Skylar, to think that they had
a different coach. Yeah, but here's the thing too. The coach that they had in M5, they only had for like.
He was trying to go for the mid tower.
They only had for like freaking.
They have all
maybe a month before. Like it wasn't like a full-time coach.
That wouldn't have been a big.
It was just someone helping them out for M5.
Hoshi, right? They've gotten everything secured. They got all these beefy front line to kind of contain that Lord pit, and you see how Skylar was chunking it out real fast too. So at this point, everybody has everything that they got to the point that Irad's already.
Oh, Irad gonna get pulled in, taking a lot of damage. Gets terrible. Gets
taking a ton of damage.
Hold on, immortality pops.
Blink as well. Still has his.
Brusco with those flickers, man. Banana able to get the I'm offended as well. They're gonna lock onto the base. That's gonna be it. 2-0. Burmese Ghouls swept right out of the tournament. Bro, my cheek hurts.
Sending Burmese Ghouls out of the tournament.